feels.
Well, yeah, we saw it with Spinks as well. That, well, all of the Israelis, those guys really do have that land buff, training with the weights on, Rock Lee style. And Boros has taken him off, liberated from it, rocking that ping. Zero MS must feel pretty damn nice. Monte NAVI.
This is kind of how Navi's T-side felt on Anubis, though, right? Like, a lot wasn't going. The rounds they were winning, it was like, okay, they flatline them, great. Well, there's a simple warrior head-to-head. Let me jump that one down. But it feels a bit flat. It doesn't really feel like there's direct approaches. It feels like they're always the ones being reactive. And if they get taken down early by an aggressive move, like, they're trying to knife him. Come on now, boys. Come on now, boys.
Oh, that's
Careful with that one.
That's...
Maybe wait till round 15.
I mean, you know, they're independent human beings. They can do what they want. But I've seen
targets.
Yeah, pick your targets carefully.
Maybe simple, stay away.
Yeah,
don't be doing that.
No, because there are a couple of things that rile up the GOAT. And one thing is when you have the audacity to run at him with your knife. First time out.
Yeah, and understandably so. Like I said, this has felt pretty flat. So might need to inject some life here, Navi, because this one is already starting to get away from them. Pistol, they lose the force buy, as we were somewhat distracted. Maybe they were too. And then since then, Monte have done great guns here. Really good work. And the desk highlighted how potent their CT side is. You just have to go back and look at that pain matchup. Flatline them. So let's see how much more they can layer on here.
Bro, I just checked opening duels. 5. Tagged up. Fight. Ooh, 1 out. Equalized.
Oh, dear.
That's a tilter. Body shot slowing you down in the Molotov at 100-0. Krasnal, despite taking early damage, actually finds the opener, and it's on to Simple. Navi have put all their pennies into this round of play.
Yeah, and it wasn't losing your star player in the first 25 seconds or so. Bladed made a call. He took a timeout for a reason here, so the whole strat has to change. Electronic needs to pull this one back together. Now, they have plenty of util, but they have no map control. They didn't take yard. They didn't pressure the AWPer. This is how it was in 2014, where you can just stand and bang with an AWP from Warehouse. Without a smoke, he's going to have a field day.
They got 1 smoke. It's just not happening. I say that as the other 2 have thrown out. Excuse me.
You're talking.
1 extra smoke.
Still gets the fight he's looking for, though. He was never conditioned in the round. He could stay Warehouse. Why would someone like Warrow back off?
I like his movement as well, just maneuvering through those smokes. He has an unscoped, so getting pushed. Ooh, big one from Bit. Doesn't pull the trigger yet. Warrow slow on that one. Big from Demka back into the site. NPL 1, Perfecto, good night, and all onto NPL. He's found out by Krasnal, and Demka screaming to high heavens as he delivers a double. He's been hanging out with the big boys here.
Oh, yeah, okay. And it's not unusual to see Navi looking a little bit on the emo side of things here. But the reason Monte are just so jazzed, just so hyped about all of this, it's the first major for 4 of their players. Everybody bar SDY, right? He's been here before, and he's here again. But he's now leading this team, taking over the in-game leader duties in lieu of Warrow. No coach of LMBT here. And Demku, he's the hype man. He's getting fired up. The headsets are on. They've got the in-ears in, but they're hearing and they're feeling this as Warrow. Again, aggressive this time. Oh, not through squeaky door, but down the van. And I wonder where he learned that trick.
True. One of his greatest inspirations now, his greatest opponent, as Simple, stands in Warrow's way from getting himself to the champion stage. Nice from Perfecto, will be punished. Demka ready, but not able to find Electronic. Another would be crazy. It's Simple that will finish it off, and a Simple 1v2 emerges from the settled dust. He's not ready for Boros, and that's as easy as it gets. A 7th put in the pocket for their defense. They are flying so high. You use the word jazzed, and that's exactly how it feels. Monte are absolutely loving life right now. Anubis, great. This is Navi's pick. Sure, you've done your homework. Sure, you've crunched your numbers. You've watched the replays. You know what to expect from Navi's T side, but it seems like they're right now, Navi are running on empty.
I don't think they realize what this may mean for tomorrow, right? I don't want to predict too far into the future, but remember, FaZe is down there. They just were able to take down B&E, right? So they're in the 2-2 pool. They're one of the options available to play tomorrow. And if you're Blade, yeah, you're realizing that. You're sitting back watching all of this unfold, seeing that there's no tenacity. They need to find themselves here, Navi. This isn't the beast that we're used to. It's a bit like Liquid to open up the challenger stage, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're a team who's turned it around in a big way. Liquid taking on Into the Breach here on this main stream. After this game comes to its conclusion, that one for a spot.
I think that loss to Liquid from NAVI is one that...
Oh, yeah, that Yakinda game.
Yeah, that Yakinda game. On a different plane, a different level. Another opening from Woro.
He hasn't gone aggressive ramp yet.
Oh, he's going to be frustrated, but fortunately motivated because he got Demka right with him.
It was 3 aggro yard. You can't even respond to this because NAVI were going for some space of their own. They are getting owned right now.
This is, yeah, it's pure ponage. And knife out from Perfecto. Hoping he can move a little quicker. ET half in the first 10 rounds of play.
Oof. He's dead.
So dead.
Yeah, nothing he can do. Nothing he can do at all. Right, you can see the direction these rounds are going. That's the problem here. Like when we talk about NAVI and we know that maybe if they get 4 or 5, it's all going to be fine. They can turn it around on the other half. They can be competitive. But not if they keep losing openers like this. Woro, again, involved in another opening pick. You pointed out those stats a little bit earlier. He's 6-1 in that department now. Just cannot stop him. Just cannot stop him. Simple looking, well, not shaken, just, simple looking, well, not shaken, just, I don't know. Smile on his face with a scoreline like this. They're able to get themselves into a Tech 9 buy. It's going to be 5 Tech 9s in total. Util just across the yard position.
Electronics going to try his luck.
Trying to wrap heaven here.
Yeah. And then you got that inner hit. Simple. Going to be trying his luck, and it's good from Perfecto. Squeaky should be open for a little bit of space for NAVI to stretch their legs. That's a good smoke to limit Hut's options. Ooh, SDY. He is on a knife's edge right now. And this could be it for NAVI to get the juices flowing in the right direction. Again, I say that, Electronic making some decisions. Krasnal will hear this. Bombs on Simple and Hut. It could all end if Simple loses that bomb. He can't afford to. And Boros, is he really diligent? Oh. So, wow. Rifle and a frag and a trade back. SDY. Oh, it could be a head-to-head right here if Simple could and doesn't find Krasnal. 6 in a row. Trotting along nicely for Monte.
Damn. All right, well, NAVI, you're going to bring out the guns again. You've already taken a couple of timeouts. It really hasn't earned you a whole lot. And once more, I will remind you, pistol and then losing that force buy. And at the time, it didn't really feel like that force buy meant a lot. But you can see for the flow of the game that that was a very, very important round. There's just been no traction for NAVI. So they're on ice right now. The tires are just spinning.
Bite your hand off for 6.
You need some opening kills here. That's the difference maker. And the way that Warrior's been approaching this, I mentioned he hasn't done the aggressive ramp play, but it has been Yard, it has been Squeaky, and he's going to do it once more. It's just so annoying for an AWP to be combat ready.
Oh, wow. Hold on. SDY is going to get a nade straight down the gullet, but he might have a fast flank. Look at the smoke already down. The rotation's there. Demka is adjusted.
Very heavy.
Even Woro's
Yeah, and Boros considered it for a moment as well. So you can see SDY communicating quite heavily about what space has been given up here.
Right. So you've got Boros ramp side, you've got SDY if they want to come warehouse, and you've got this 2-man setup down lower.
Which is perfect.
This is it.
Perfect.
They're playing like flawless Counter-Strike in terms of rotations. Okay, Woro, he'll smoke that out. Doesn't have to take the engagement initially because you can see Demka's going to strike as well. Distraction, destruction, Demka onto Electronic. Another opening for Monte. And more from SDY. A perfect setup for the CTs as they pursue 10 on Navi's pick. SDY gets the bomb down as well. Bit helpless. And a nice catch from Simple. He actually takes down Woro. But it's all for naught. A nice shot in the chat. Woro like that.
Yeah, I'd be saying nice shot too, especially when I'm about to be 10-2 in the lead here.
I think that's a cheeky one, actually.
Exactly.
I think that's a cheeky one.
Yeah, you can have the kill. What, you've got 6 in total. Woro's at 11. He's 6-1 in opening exchanges. Perfecto now just trying to find a place to save. Krasnal as well, 4-0. Demka was the only new name in this round to attach his name to opening exchanges here. This is miraculous stuff from Monte.
Yeah, no, this...
And again, I want to repeat, this is the first major for 4 of the players. How many of you have heard of Krasnal before, right? So this is the thing, you have to look at, I think it was Los I don't even know how to say it, but they had a rooster. They're a Polish team, I'm pretty sure, for Krasnau.
Right.
Like, this is the thing, a team that has just been grinding online, just day after day after day, match after match after match. Like, you mentioned it, they're playing another tournament while they're in this tournament, right? And you only get that out of the tier 2 teams who are trying to break through. And shattering that glass ceiling right now are MONTE. This team, 6 rounds away.
Yeah. And
6 rounds.
6 rounds. Boros, Woro, and Demka. Only 9 months in the roster, but check this out. Krasnau's 6, SDY 3. This is just finally finding the perfect blend. And in terms of making an impact, sure, I would have argued they'd already done it, but for them, they are not happy. They're not satisfied with legend status, with stickers in the game. They want to take down NAVI.
I'm sorry, 2-0 is nuts. 2-0 is insane.
No. It's beyond comprehension. Look at this. And I take a look at the ADR as well. Krasnau, Demka, and Woro in the 90 mark.
Look at the buy. 2 Galils, 1 AK.
MP5.
An MP5 and a Deagle.
It's disgusting.
Things are going well for NAVI, huh?
Yeah, it's real panic stations now. Like the whatever kind of red alert, purple alert. I don't know what the worst alert is, but let's use that color now.
Missing persons report might need to be filed shortly. This is insane. They have just been dunked on here. 2 kills for Bit, 3 for MPL. They're not in the game at all. Perfecto's got 10, sure, 6 apiece for Electronic and Simple. These are the heads of this beast.
Oh, you guys are poking the bear.
Yeah, they are.
You guys
Wooden
are poking the bear, stirring the pot.
I don't think there's any doubt on which players have more impact on Nuke.
Certainly, it's indisputable.
Not even a conversation.
It's indisputable.
And Simple's been in some good form this stage, right? He was actually the highest rated player in the Legend stage coming into this game.
Yeah, but we're on our 13th round now, and with Krasnau and Woro with 10 opening kills between the two of them, NAVI have just not been able to get any sort of ball rolling.
They haven't conditioned the map at all. It's never felt like MONTE are worried. NAVI tried to go top a lot in the early stages. Then they went to go secret into 2 players. Like, MONTE are not just 1 step ahead of them here. Country mile right now. You got to get 5, NAVI.
You definitely do. This duel from Bit onto Krasnau. Sure, you hit the head, but it's SDY. Gets NPL dead through the flames. SDY Braves looking to hold on to this top site. A great duel. Electronic looking for his 3rd, and it's denied again by SDY. Woro on the flank found by Simple. And now a 2 versus 2 emerges with a lot to play for. They don't have the time. They don't have the time, and they don't have the health. Boros takes the round by force. He could have run away. He could have played the time, but he wanted to take the bloodshed and salt in the wound. The closest NAVI have come, and they come up empty-handed.
Oh, and that right there, that defines Boros as a player, doesn't it? This
Let me see the time on this.
9, 8.
He kills the bomb carrier.
7.
And not knife out.
That's the round.
Come on, then.
Just gets stuck in, takes the duel. Simple coming for the trade. You got to get up early in the morning to beat Boros. This is insane. Your first major to make it through to the playoffs. It's not just the top 8. It's the stage. That's a whole new beast, a whole new environment. We're talking about best of 1s. Well, this is a best of 3 against one of the big 5.
And NAVI, one of those teams whose T side is, so potent typically.
Yeah, look, maybe Nuke a mistake in the veto here.
I don't know.
This is...
What gaps did Blade identify?
None?
Maybe we could, we'll stagnate that Woro squeaky push, guys. It's going to be fine. Oh, they've been so limited in their finances as well. Like, how bleak is this? You're coming into the penultimate round of your attacking half, and you find yourself with Tech 9s, a Galil, and an AK on Simple.
I'll tell you why that is, Alex. The bomb's only gone down once.
Yep, that'll explain it. That will explain it. Hold on. Woro might be on for another opening. Can he really find a 7th?
Hey, Perfecto. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Thank you. I'll take that one.
He's going.
Of course.
He was going.
Why not?
He hears one, and he's coming for more! That is so brutal. Finally, they fell him, but yeah, the damage is done, I say. Is overlooked is Electronic. Bit in Electronic. Reacting or recovering, I think is a better term.
I just love the way they use Boros. Wind him up, let him go. He's not coming home. He goes out to battle.
Yeah, right.
You know he's done. Take as many as you can with you, mate. We salute you. Now they just have to find these final 2. 50 seconds left. hoping for the regress.
I
Well,
understand Bit's nervous, but he hasn't picked up the bomb yet. And
that's not going to matter.
yeah, they're coming for the scuttle.
Look at that. Even if Warrior didn't find Electronic, 2 players are about to go peekaboo up secret. It's just flowing so well. Monte riding this high, riding this all the way to the top. I can't see a way Navi get back into the game here.
What a beautiful story. And they've been grinding. They have been on the grind, and it is hard work paying off live in front of us.
Bits here and this.
Okay, Bit. He's managed to get that bomb down and isolate a frag. Oh, a miss from Moro. 39 damage dealt. Demka will close, and that will put them up to 12.
It's a team effort. Everybody is online for Monte right now. Every single player is online. It's a well-oiled machine. You can just look at the frag distribution right here. Boros adds a couple, and look at his crosshair placement. It's making sure it's at the tippy top of that head here. Just the monster mash right now from Boros.
I loved that. He's running at me.
Yeah.
He's running at me. Boros.
No respect.
19
No
years
respect.
of age. Mohamed Malhas is doing him dirty. And doing what he's been doing all year long, but doing it up against some of the very best. Incredible work.
Well, you might have to bring up that tweet from Waller again, huh?
177 maps in 3 months. It's a lot of Counter-Strike, going through those repetitions, going through those routines. It all just feels like second nature at this point for Monte. He will be smoked off. Warro, this is unfamiliar territory for him. Hasn't seen too much of this, and nor of Monte. Bodies behind it. We'll need a flashbang. Or, yeah, MPL surely. Going to be helping him out. Doesn't look like it, actually, as Warro's core electronics crawl. And potential for more. Here comes the wrap. He's not ready for this one, for sure.
Finally blindsided.
Yeah, that's great.
It's the one time it felt like he hasn't known where the fight's coming from.
And that's not bad either. Boros will take one from the grave, thanks to the flame. 3-on-3. Navi, this death pack charging in towards Demka. He still manages to catch one. And they're always taking engagements. It's up to Simple, and he can't handle Kras now. They close with 13. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a break, but don't go anywhere. 3 rounds away from Monte making history.
So we've actually got the interview that you did with Banks after the win at the World Final.
Hootsy. First grand final like Manassi. First tier 1 event where you grab yourself the trophy. What does this mean to you?
It means the world to me. This was the event where I won my first arena match, and then I win the trophy as well. That's pretty perfect. And well, I think it's obvious what I'm going to say next. I'm not going to stand here being crybaby because I've been crying for a week straight. But obviously, I would wish that my father could see that I actually accomplished something. I think he would be proud of me for once, and I don't know.
I think we're all very proud of you. Guys, one last time, give it up for your Blast Premier World Final 2022 champions, G2!
I think I cried. I was casting. The only thing I could think is I just kept thinking the word bittersweet. After some time now, could you break down what this moment was like?
I can say that I don't have any tattoos. And for the first time in my life, I considered getting a tattoo of a roller coaster because that was how that year felt for me. And this was obviously one of the biggest spikes of the roller coaster for sure, both up and down. It was definitely bittersweet, yeah. That's a good word to put on it.
Was it hard to enjoy the moment just for what it was? Was your mind in 2 places at once?
Yes, for sure. I was walking down the stairs, like after we won and we were going to the trophy, and already there I thought about my dad, and I feel lucky that I haven't lost anyone that I love before this. You just kind of get reminded that there's something bigger and more important than CS, which I kind of forgot. It was definitely not easy to enjoy.
Many A nades.
A nade.
nades. I'm blind.
Should be.
Yeah, should
Blind
be.
bomb.
Ramp.
Door
Hard,
mid.
dead.
Out, door, dead, bomb.
Close hard, one more.
I'm staying alive. Side.
Down.
Bomb, bomb, bomb,
Out cut. Side.
Dead.
The team. Maybe
Bomb
drop
down,
it, guys.
coming,
10
coming.
seconds.
One more hot. Wait.
And
Door
wall.
coming.
10 seconds.
I pick door. Side, pushing.
Hot. Nice! Let's go! Take, man! Let's go!
Just a taste of what it feels like for Monte right now. Pure elation, and understandably so. They come into this T side of Nuke, ready to throw a knockout blow. Sure, not completely eliminating NAVI, but it's securing themselves a spot in the top 8 of the last global offensive major.
Get
And
him outta here.
SDY up against Simple. His old team, his old colors, and he's doing them dirty here on Nuke. They will build 2. Waro as well has got beef to settle, as this looks like a very quick trip to 14. Every shot connects. NAVI completely discombobulated. Lost in the source, as this could be a perfect pistol. One more frag to determine it. Bit will get one. Tries as hard as he might to get that second, but it's Boros standing against him. And they can feel it, holding on to this momentum.
Yeah, they know what it means, not only just in terms of the round count, but this match right now. NAVI have a choice to make. We force buy, we lose this next round, we have got no money yet. Again, what a shot from SDY.
Too much fun.
Yeah.
Too much fun.
And why not? Nothing more fun than winning. No better feeling. And again, 4 players, first major, all the way to the playoffs. Pinch yourself, you're not dreaming.
I love it. Can they do it with style? Can they do it with pizzazz, Chad? That's my next question.
Oh, this celebration might be one for the ages here. This is the feeling you play for. I know this isn't the major trophy, but just considering where this team has come from, where these players have come from, and the amount of graft they've put in to go up against any of the Titans and to take them down in such a fashion. Proud's one word.
And the crowd is another, because those boys are about to lock it in. Like stadium Counter-Strike on your first major for 4 of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
This hasn't even been a game. NAVI didn't show up on their map choice. It's like, wait, did we pick Nuke? Are we sure? Because it hasn't looked that way.
Boros, he's going to have to clear his corners diligently if he wants to get through an MPL. The bait, the hunt, the headshot. Boros so ready.
Who's baiting who?
Drilled him. And more to come. Perfecto solid. He's still not going to overlook perhaps the Simple dig. He hides in plain sight on the bomb site, and it's going to have to be special. Not looking great, not looking hunky-dory. It's 15. And Monte, one more round away from the playoffs of Global Offensive's last major. The team that's been on the grind, nose to the grindstone. This brotherhood are heating up something special. It has been a run of rounds, Chad. This is madness. A sprint to the finish line.
NAVI won the pistol in this map.
This is incomprehensible.
This is done.
Does it end here? It's MP9s. NAVI looking like a shadow of their former selves up against Monte, picking Nuke and getting it handed to them. Their ass, that is. Boros, so you do it again, this head-to-head. He's got 2 to trifle with now, but he's got a degree of restraint as they maneuver through lobby. Can it really be just an 18-round game? Look at this. Waro onto NPL. Boros opens up ramp. They can go back for lobby clear. Krasnal to do the same. Maybe this is enough of a distraction for SDY. He does catch one. Perfecto bounding around the site. Should be traded. And I think that's it. It's only Simple. It's only Simple. He's still thinking about the 18th of September. As Monte securing top 8, 1 frag away. Can Boros end it here? Yes, he can! That is beautiful! The storyline of that one. Take away your ego, because the time will come when I will destroy you in tournaments. Yes, maybe not the first time, but it might be a very special time here. Waro promised, and he lives up to that promise here, securing the champion stage. A ragtag squad grinding their way to victory. And in Paris, they make their mark and they send NAVI down to the last chance saloon.
Machine said it well, but I'm going to just recap. This was a squad that we're looking at right now, their first ever major together. For 4 of those 5 players, their first major ever. They go through the Challenger stage, they make it to the Legend stage, and then they face off against the world's best for a chance to get into the arena. There was beef. They were the biggest fans of NAVI. Voros was a fan of Simple. He said, you were one of the players I looked up to, and one day I will beat you. And look at them now. Monte makes it through.
Not only did they beat NAVI, not only did they just qualify for the playoff at the very last CSGO major in history, these guys from Monte, that in itself is a massive surprise, but they absolutely smacked NAVI around. They murdered them, they destroyed them, they dismantled them on the server. It wasn't even a fight, it wasn't even competitive. At no point on Nuke were the game any interesting at all. It was just Monte running all over NAVI. You could argue when the score was 4-2, yeah, this can go both ways. Ooh, maybe. But as I pointed out, the aggressiveness coming out of Monte on the CT side, them constantly moving around, Voro 2K being ramp, being in the door, being yard, everywhere. It was exactly like we spoke about coming into the game, and it felt like NAVI had no idea whatsoever what hit him.
They say to never meet your heroes. Well, I think that actually helped SDY. I think that helped Waro 2K. I think that gave them the extra motivation they needed in order to find this victory.
Waro 2K is with Massive right now. I would love to hear what he thought about that game.
Well, Waro, as Maui said, never meet your heroes. You met him, you thrashed him, you even beat him here and got a spot in the playoffs. What does that feel like?
I feel very, very good. It's first time I go to the stage and I will play on scene. It's insane emotions. My team played today super good CS and I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
And that's super good CS. It was a pleasure to witness, to be completely honest with you. You broke Navi's Anubis streak. How did you do that?
Anubis was our the best map, and we know we should win them as well. We check how they play, and we understand we don't need to do anything special. We need to play our game. We need to be confident, and that's it. On Nuke, yeah, we know, but we start on city side, and we know how they play on T side. And if we play like without mistakes, it will be the same like on Anubis, and we did it.
And it was kind of clear to see, on Nuke especially, this confidence. You just kept pushing Navi and just closed down everything that they had in store for you. Did you guys go through some very, very intensive prep, or what was that down to?
No, it was only confidence, and I understand how they play. Like, they have a lot of structure, and if you will break them, they will not do anything.
And this is going to be the first time on the big stage for 4 of your players. Does that add an extra layer of nerves to you guys?